Welcome to another edition of Suzy's Las Vegas. I'm Suzy Saline, in case you didn't know. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share on Suzy's Las Vegas Lifestyles for some more great stories. With me today, my special guest, Frank Fopiano, Las Vegas Valley Vets. Hi, Frank. How are you?
Good, Suzy. Thank you for having me. This is all new to me.
That's okay.
Let me give you a little history on Corvettes.
I would love that.
Back in the early 50s, Holly J. Earl was inspired by the European sports cars, the Jaguars, the MGs, the Triumphs.
Okay.
So in 1953, on June 30th, 1953, they produced 300, the first Corvettes. They were all polo white, red interiors, and blue flame six-cylinder engines. And that was the beginning of the Corvette. Right, that was a C1 generation. Right now, we're in the C8 generation, this is the 8 body style since last year. We did an all Corvette show. I won an award, on the 70th anniversary of Corvettes, and so it's been 70 years America's sports car.
70 years last year.
Yeah, so
Wow.
June 30th, 1953, the first ones rolled off the assembly line.
Oh, that's fabulous.
But
So how did you get into the Corvettes? I know your middle name is Corvette, so tell me about that.
my love of Corvettes began when I was late, my junior, senior year in high school. I had friends that were a couple of years older than me
Yeah.
that worked for Commonwealth Chevrolet in Boston. And they befriended a mechanic that raced the mid-year, I think it was a 65 Corvette, up at New England Dragway in Epping, New Hampshire. So I used to go up there on weekends, and that's when I first fell in love with Corvettes. I mean, every guy's dream back then was to own a Corvette. I joined the National Guard in '68, went
Okay.
away to base, and all I could think about is getting the Corvette after I come out of basic training. So
You got one, right?
I went out and bought a brand new '72 Corvette, and it listed for $6,300. I got it for $5,600. If I had it do over, I would have bought 10 of them.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Yeah.
but that's how I fell in love. And I've had about 4 or 5 Corvettes through the years. My first one was like I say, '72 Corvette, which is the C3 generation.
C3.
And it was a burnt orange T-top. I love that car, but when you get married and you have 5 kids, eventually the Corvette.
But you still kept the Corvettes, too. So you had the kids, the wife, and the Corvettes.
No, I sold the Corvette, unfortunately. So after the kids, later years, the kids grew up a little bit, I had my mid-year crisis, and I decided to buy another Corvette. It was a '95 Corvette.
This?
No, the purple
This one here is a 95, okay.
And I bought that, and I loved it. But then I was searching online. I came across another '95 Corvette, which was owned by Colonel Steve Petersmith. He was in the Air Force. He was going over to Germany for 3 years, and the car I bought was actually in the Indy pace car. Was actually pace car number 3, and which
What year was that?
'95.
Okay.
And I forget the mayor's name, Steve Snyder, I think it was. He used that in the parade car, and he, did this, and so it had a kind of royalty to it. It was and right now I still own that pace car. It's only
still-
got 8,000 miles on
You
it.
still have it?
I still have it. I love that car, but that was actually in the race.
Oh, wow.
So it was so it kind of adds a little value to the,
Well, of course.
being in the race used by Mayor Steve, the mayor of Indianapolis. So I don't know what else. I belong to Vegas Valley Vets. I'm a trustee.
Okay.
And
When did you become part of Vegas Valley Vets, Frank?
well, a little over 10 years ago, They were, actually, I belonged to LVCA, Las Vegas Corvette Association.
Was that the first?
That was the first club here in the valley, the
Okay.
big club. And that's mostly in the Southwest. Then it kind of split off to Vegas Valley Vets, VVV, which is in the Northwest. Both clubs are 150
Are
plus
they
members.
still both active clubs?
Both are active clubs. They have over 150 members. Vegas Valley Vets, I've been a trustee for, 8 years or more, maybe 10 years.
They have a motto. What is their motto?
Friends, family, and Corvettes is our
Wow.
motto.
Yeah.
So it's a really fun club to belong to. We meet at the Red Rock Country Club, second Monday every month. And Chef Will up there, the country club, is a car guy.
Okay.
I love Chef Will. And one of the things he does every year is he puts on Auto Fest up there on the golf course, right on the greens, 200, 300, 400 cars. And he,
When did Chef Will start that? How long ago?
I couldn't tell you honestly, but we've been meeting at Red Rock Country Club now for about a year and a half.
Okay.
And we have our Christmas party there. We just recently had a Christmas party. And I can't say enough about Chef Will. He does so
So
much
give me
for-
an idea. We all like food, so give me an idea of your dinners.
Oh.
What does it cost and what do they serve?
If you have a Corvette, you can join Vegas Valley Vets.
Okay.
And whether it be a C1, C2, or even the
As long as it's a Corvette.
Corvette, right.
Okay.
And so we join, dinners at $20, that tax and tip included.
That's what the first, what Monday is that?
Second Monday of the month.
Second Monday of the month. And it's every month you do
Every
this?
month.
Okay.
And it's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of people who get along really good. And then we have our board meetings the first Wednesday of the month.
Okay,
And mostly we meet on Zoom ever since the pandemic.
okay.
We've been on
You have
Zoom-
Zoom meetings?
Zoom meetings.
Okay, so we'll be sure and, when we're finished with this, I'll be sure and let all of our guests know how to reach you and how to reach everybody to be able to be a part of this.
So we do a lot of different things.
All right,
One of the things, Rick's going to show you a picture of Laps for Charity. We support two charities.
okay.
Laps Children's Speedway Charities, and you'll see a picture up on the screen
Oh,
now.
okay, I see it now.
That's my '08 pace car in the front there.
Oh, that's you, your
Yeah,
car?
that's me.
You're number one, huh? Numero
Well,
uno.
I usually lead the group to do that every year. We've been doing
Okay.
it for about 6, 7 years. If you want a real thrill, you go out there, you have pace cars in front of you.
Okay,
But the pace car does about 75, 80 miles an hour. It's a car in front of you. But
Right.
if you back off a little bit and cheat a little bit, you go into that first turnout at the speedway. I think it's 22 degrees.
oh,
And you
really?
get up on the bank. I don't think I can walk up 22 degrees.
Oh, my God.
But you get up on that bank and you slingshot out into the back. And I've been up to about 120 miles an hour out
Now,
there.
that sounds like fun.
That is a rush, a real rush. And the cost for car clubs is $65. You can bring any any vehicle whatsoever out there
And be able to do that.
and do that for $75. You get 5 laps around the track.
Is
And-
that with your club to be able to do that?
Well, our club just all Corvettes.
Okay.
And we have a set time in the morning. We usually do 10:30, but it's open to the public at
Okay.
1 o'clock in the afternoon. But all this money goes for all the children's charities.
When is that? What time of the year is that?
This year, usually it's the last weekend in January, but this year, because they have had some complication, it's going to be March 10th. And so if you go to Speedway Children's Charities,
Okay.
and you should have a link to sign up to do the street, but,
Speedway Children's Charities, okay.
yeah, and it stays here in the valley mostly.
Oh,
all the
that's good.
charities.
I like
Yeah,
that, Frank, giving back to the community. I really do.
And,
I'm a firm believer in that.
yeah, I really believe, and one of the other things we do is, we, homeless veterans, we donate money, a couple of $1,000s a month. Last year, it was the Haverson House.
Haverson House?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
what they do is we donated over $2,000 to them. And what he told me they did, they bought used furniture. They were phasing out from Nellis Air Force Base.
Okay.
And they give this furniture help the homeless veterans. You know, they give out the furniture if they need furniture and whatnot. And
What time of year do you do that, or is that all year long?
we raise money all year round.
Okay.
But they come to a dinner usually in October, November, and we present him with a check. I can't think of the manager's name.
So you do a lot of good with this
Yeah.
charity. So it isn't just a meeting, it's, both charities.
We like to give back to the community.
That's wonderful.
And so we do a lot of different trips. And I think you've been on
I
one of
have.
the trips.
Yeah, I
and
enjoyed it
Frank
very
can bring
much.
up the
Yes,
pictures.
there,
That's at
COVID.
Cedar Breaks National Monument.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the most underutilized monuments it's gorgeous. It's,
Yeah.
It's 3 hours up. It's Bryan Head's right, that mountain in the back, Bryan Head.
Right.
And this is Kolob Canyon, which
Yeah.
is the backside of Zion, which is only about a half hour down the road, but gorgeous
it's
scenery.
wonderful.
I mean,
Yes.
and here's all the Corvettes
Yeah.
lined up. I mean,
I was so excited when I went with your group, Frank, honestly.
When you see
you
the
need to do this. I mean, this is a
natural
must.
beauty. I mean,
Yeah.
you come around this corner and you see this massive,
Yeah,
like Gothic.
yeah.
I mean, stone. Wow. Look how big.
Well, we had quite a few vets that traveled with us.
Usually
for that.
most of our
It's a nice
trips-
caravan, yeah.
We'll get 20, 30, depending
Yeah.
on the time of year. What I am planning a couple of trips this year. One of the trips we do is Father's Day every year up to
Oh,
Mount
that's nice.
Charleston.
That's wonderful.
So we do
Is it
the-
rebuilt up at,
Well, we did that lodge further down this past couple of years.
okay,
But we used to go up to the lodge, but unfortunately it burned down a couple, but they are rebuilding.
are they?
Yeah.
So now you go to the lodge down below?
Yeah, so,
But it's a nice drive up there.
oh yeah, it's
wonderful.
gorgeous. What I usually do is go out to, up to the ski area
Yeah,
and go up there and then come back down across to the, where the lodge is and go up there and, but it's beautiful. It's nice to get out of the heat.
oh, sure.
And
Well, Frank, let me ask you a question. When do you do most of these trips? Are they on weekends? So if people want to join and go with you, is it mostly weekends that you do this?
Majority of weekends. One of the trips I'm planning right now, and I love to do, is Cedar City Days up in Cedar City.
Oh, tell us about that. That's
So
great.
the weekend after the 4th, which is the 12th, 13th, and 14th, Cedar City does it's a carnival type atmosphere. On Friday night, they do rock band and they do concerts. Saturday is the pancake breakfast, Saturday morning. Then they do a car show from 4 to 8 in the afternoon. And it's, about 80 degrees at that time when it's 115
Oh, it's wonderful.
down
Get
here.
out of Vegas. Go for a mini vacation up in the mountains. That's
And
wonderful.
then the next day, we do a cook-up up at Bryan Head.
Do you?
So we do a cookout at Bryan Head.
Well,
up
the
there.
weather is what, usually like about 30 degrees cooler? or-
Well, up at Bryan Head, it averages about 70 during the day, 50,
Oh, that's
55 at night.
wonderful. Fabulous, yeah.
But, it's gorgeous to get up there. And like I say, Cedar Breaks National Monument, it's right there.
Uh-huh.
And if you want, sometimes we take a side trip to Bryce. Bryce is about 40, 45 minutes away, which is gorgeous. On the way up on 15, you have to pass the backside of Zion, which is Kolob Canyon. It's well worth, that's the pictures we showed you,
Oh,
Kolob
yeah.
Canyon.
Yeah, it's
And,
beautiful.
So I'm looking forward to doing this on July 12th, 13th, and 14th this year. And
Put that on your calendars. That
yeah.
sounds like a wonderful trip.
one of the other things I look forward to every year,
Yeah.
one of our members, Connie and Joe, they put together a trip to Tuacahn.
Oh, I've heard about that. Tell us about that. will you
Tuacahn
please?
is an outdoor amphitheater.
Okay,
And I think I've been to 6 or 7 different plays.
Okay.
And it only sits about 6,000 seats in Snow Canyon. So it's like being in this room, 3 sides of
Really?
cliffs. So
Like
the
an outdoor amphitheater?
Yeah, it's outdoor.
Wow.
And these people, some of them, like understudies, they do this right at the base of the cliffs, and it's all lit up. They do, what a terrific job.
Beautiful theater, I
Yeah.
mean, with the
Outdoors,
sound,
under the stars.
that has to be amazing.
I've seen Mamma Mia, Cinderella, Sound of Music this past year, Tarzan, the year before School of Rock. So
So basically, they have a lot of high-end, musicals and plays up there.
yeah, in St. George, we go up there, we stop, have lunch at Mesquite, then we go up to St. George, get our rooms, and then about 7 o'clock we head up to
So
Snow
do you
Canyon.
plan this for everybody, and then they just give you the money and,
Joe and Connie plans this.
okay?
The tickets usually run about $50, $60 a piece, and we usually try to do it so we can get enough tickets. We usually try to do it on a Thursday night. So we'll go up Thursday morning and stay overnight Thursday, and then we'll come back. We'll do a side trip on Friday.
While you're up there, go check something else
Yeah.
out. That's wonderful.
But it's a great, if you haven't been to TourCon, you gotta go.
I haven't.
You
I'll
gotta
have
go
to
to
sign
TourCon.
up.
Yeah, it's
Go with you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
TourCon is unbelievable. So that's
Yeah.
a couple of the trips I look forward to every year. I look forward to Laps for Charity, Father's
Well,
Day.
the Laps for Charity is what you were talking about. That's when, in March?
March 10th.
March
this year,
10th is
on a
when that's
Sunday.
going to be.
And you can go online, Speedway Children's Charity, and sign up for that. It's a good, it gives
Yeah.
back. They raise thousands and thousands of dollars for the children here
Oh,
in the
that's
valley.
wonderful.
And there's really a need for it.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Well, is this all Vegas Valley Vets, or is this both?
it's all Vegas Valley Vets. The other club I belong to, I'm the president of Southern Nevada NCRS.
NCRS.
Which stands for National Corvette Restorers Society.
Okay,
And if Rick pulls up a picture of the award, I got the blue ribbon
okay.
here.
Oh,
You-
right, there it is.
You
Yes,
start
I
with
see it.
4,500 points. These are hardcore Corvette people. So if you get a Corvette 20 years or older, you start with 4,500 points, and let's say the valve stems on your tires are wrong, 5-point deduction. The air
Oh, they
filter-
check everything, inside, outside, all
Yeah,
around
so-
town. I know.
They take a standard deduction. Of course, they don't have original 30-year-old tires on there, so they take a standard 10-point deduction. And you got to score 94 or higher, and I've scored 95 points, so I got top flight award.
Wow.
So there's top flight award, second flight, and third flight. But those are the hardcore Corvette guys, the originality. It's crazy, but not as much fun as the Vegas Valley Vets.
Yeah.
But
Well, you guys have, you meet every month, and I believe you do, what, a Christmas party?
we do a Christmas party. The last couple of years
Oh,
have been.
are you a Santa Claus in that, aren't you? Oh, I'm not
I'm-
supposed to tell who
I
Santa
ain't gonna
Claus
admit
is.
to that, but rumors are.
Rumors are,
But
Santa Claus has a helper up there.
we have a great event. I hired a DJ. I hired the DJ this year. I think Picasso was his name. A friend of mine, Carla Ray, who you might know from
Yes,
the radio, and
I
Mike.
do, yeah.
So I called her, and she said, "Call this guy Picasso. He's who you want." So he was a great DJ, a great MC, and we had just a great night.
And this was again at Red Rock.
Red Rock Country Club. Chef Will put a fantastic dinner. I think it was for $50, unbelievable.
For the
We
Christmas
had-
party.
Yeah, we had a steamship round. We had chicken. We had salmon, which was out of this world.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes, the vegetables, the whole 9 yards, and then the cake for the dessert. But Chef Will, I can't say enough about Chef Will.
Well, he's involved in a lot with Vegas Valley Vets, isn't he?
No, he's not in the club indirectly, but he's in the Porsche club. He's the Porsche guy.
Oh, he's Porsche, okay.
Yeah, so they meet every second Monday of the month and back along with us.
Oh, then you have Porsche and you have the
No, you
Corvette.
have Porsche, Ferrari, Lambos, Maseratis, all the exotic
On
cars.
the second Monday of the month, all
meeting
the
and
car
back,
clubs.
yeah. So, but,
Maserati too.
yeah.
Oh, good, there you go.
But,
I might have to join both, the Corvette.
It's, like I say, when you go up there, during the summer, go out there and see some of these high-end sports cars. But,
Yes. Well, I want to touch on, Frank, I want to touch on the Auto Fest. I've been to it twice now, and last year was a special year for you guys. Tell us a little bit about that. It was, what, 70?
it was a 78-year
Yeah.
Corvettes. Will came to us and said, "I'd like to see 70, we're gonna have a special section out there just for Corvettes. Can you muster 70 Corvettes?" So we called in all our favors. There's a couple little Corvette clubs here in the valley. We called upon them. Everyone, we had 72 Corvettes out there.
They all showed up.
They all showed up. Of course, the majority of the Corvettes, we had a few C1s, C2, C3. The majority were C6, 7, and the new ones, C8s. I was up Team Chevrolet on Friday
Yeah,
to get an oil change on my truck. And I went in the showroom. They had there's three models of Corvette: the base, the Grand Sport, and the Z06. The Z06 is the top line, high-end brakes, suspension,
right.
670 horsepower.
Now we're talking.
So I went in the showroom and I was looking. The guy said, "You interested?" Well, the base price is $170,000, and they put a $50,000 premium price on that. So if you want that vehicle, it was $220,000. The
Why?
three of them,
Because there's only so many made, or what?
the
For
Z06
premium?
is so hard to get.
Wow.
But there were three of them, right around 170,000. But it'd be a cold day in hell before I spend a $50,000 premium. Well, I suppose if you get the money, but
Yeah.
I would
So are you looking at a new Corvette?
probably used. I looked at, when I was coming down from Bryan Head this past summer, I got a nail in my truck tire, and I stopped at Stephen Wade Chevrolet to have it fixed, and they fixed it right up. And the salesman saw me, "Frank, come here, I want to show you something." They had a baby blue Corvette, black trim with all the options, Grand Sport, for I think it was 17,000 miles, $82,000. "I can make you a killer deal," he says. I said, "Well," and then we started negotiating, but they don't want to give you any money for your trade-in. So that's why I came back to Las Vegas, sold
Well,
my,
you had two Corvettes.
I sold
You're
the
down
black
to one now?
08
Yeah.
outright, because now I'm going to look around this spring, see what kind of deal I can get. So I'm not going to buy brand new.
Okay.
But, there's some used ones out there you can get a good price on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to either get a C7 or a C8, which is the 8th generation body. You get C1s, which was what year?
C1 is 53 to 62,
Yeah, then you get the C2s,
63 to 67,
C3s,
68 to 82,
and then C4s, which is,
84 to
No, no.
96,
yeah,
and the 5s were 97 to 2004. The 6s are 2005 to 2013, 2007, 2014 to 2019, and the C8 is 2020 up until now.
now, yeah. So this is a C5 here, this was a 98, this was a 62.
Okay.
That is a 95, but someone asked me, do I want to get into the Corvette Club? If you don't need a lot of money. Right now, the C4s and the C5s are going for short money,
Are
I
they?
think.
Yeah.
They're undervalued. But if you want to get in and join the group, you can get in a reasonable price with a C4 or a C5, and then the 6 is a little more, and the 7's a little, and you're looking at 75, 100 8,000 plus on the C8s.
On your club, let's touch on that a little bit. You have a lot of members with the Vegas Valley Vets. I've been to one or two of your meetings. There's a lot of women also that own Corvettes, correct?
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of,
There's
it's
men,
just
but there's,
men.
yeah, but
and-
there's just women
But we get some
also.
single women that
Yeah.
own Corvettes, and, for whatever reason, women love Corvettes
Well,
just as
sure.
much as men.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's a social club also.
and it's a great, so, and we
Yeah.
get along so well, the group of us.
Yeah.
The board.
It's a safe club is what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
because everybody knows everybody. Yeah.
But, it's fun, like I said, friends, family, Corvettes. That's the motto.
Yeah.
And, one of the other things we did, Halloween weekend, we did sometimes we'd go up, this lady's house, her and her husband volunteered at the house, and they've got a big shed out back, which
Okay.
he stores his dump truck and his equipment in. And we set up tables, and we have it catered by Roadkill Grill, Mullins Meats.
Oh, really? Roadkill Grill, okay.
Yeah. Have you ever?
I've never tried it.
Oh, Roadkill Grill, Mullins Meats, the best barbecue in the valley.
Where are
you know.
they located?
They're up off of Rancho,
Okay,
and they have a place up in there.
okay.
And I know they used to, up at the gun range, when I worked up there, they used to have a place up there, but I don't think it did enough business, so they don't have, they just got the one location.
It's in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's a Rancho, right up Rancho and North Rancho area,
Okay,
not too far from the Santa Fe Casino, up in that area.
okay.
But,
Well, Frank, tell our viewers how to reach you.
well, anyone interested, I can, I hope I haven't been too boring, but anyone interested in Corvettes or anything, I'm just general knowledge.
Right.
But anyone interested, you can contact me at lowercase FFOPIANO@yahoo.com, and I'll get back to you. So if you have any questions or interested in joining the club, reach out to me at my my Yahoo mail.
Okay,
So, and I'll get back to you.
all right. And what do you see going forward?
Well, going forward, supposedly next year they're having a EV, electric vehicle Corvette. So they're getting into the EV.
Okay.
So
Are you going to be the first one?
the prices on them are going to be outrageous,
Yeah.
just like the Z06.
Yeah.
So, but they're going forward with the EV model, so it should be interesting.
So you have to do a little research on it.
Yeah,
See where you want to be.
Do a little research on that.
Yeah.
But
So is there anything that you want to tell our audience?
it's not a snooty club. We all get along together great and camaraderie. Some of the people do trips to Slovene in California.
Right.
Some of them go up last year to Oregon. Like I say, I do see the city every year. But during the year, whoever comes up with an idea will present it to the board at the Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
And we vote whether it's a good idea to do it. But, people really enjoy going on trips, even if it's just up to Mount Charleston for the day.
Well, sure, it gets you out, gets you with friends.
It gets you out of the city, it gets
Right.
you up in the cool air.
Yep.
But I don't know what else I can,
Well, I think you've said quite a bit.
is there anything else you can touch on there?
Well,
I got my cheat sheets there.
That should be for another time, to be
Okay.
continued. So
Okay.
what
I'd just like to mention, the C3 Corvette was designed by a guy named Peter Brock, who lives here in the valley. Peter Brock was instrumental in the 63 mid-year Corvettes, C2 Corvettes. But, maybe you could have him on. Here's a
Well,
picture
sure. That's
of one of the
wonderful.
cars he
I'd love to.
designed. But he was instrumental in the 63 Corvette and all the controversy about the split window
Yeah.
and arguments with Mitchell and Duntov. He could tell you all about that, but,
Well, thank you for being on our show today.
oh,
And,
it was a pleasure.
and I hope to have you back.
It
And-
went by, I hope I didn't bore everyone.
No, it was great.
It went by faster than I thought.
And I hope to see you again. And again, I'm Suzy Saline. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe to Suzy's Las Vegas. Look for more fascinating stories, and we'd love to have you on. Thank you so much.